If you're a Wolves fan, you have to be worried about this start of the season, surely. At the end of last season, there was a bit of hope with a very good run of form that just made sure they were absolutely nowhere near the relegation zone. But with the transfer out of Cunha and Aït-Nouri, even though within that good run of form they didn't have Cunha, they had to be a little bit worse for wear. And now, with 2 points from the opening 7 games and all the promoted sides looking way better than everyone expected, you have to be worried. Alongside Brentford, who a lot of people were worried about, seem to be okay. West Ham started to look like they might have been in this same video with Wolves, but with a win and a draw under their belt, and with Nuno Espirito Santo kind of playing to more of their strengths, you might see a change with that. But looking at the Wolves squad, you just are so uninspired. This looks like a team that is going to get relegated, with one of the keepers who just consistently gets relegated. The only real inspiration I have from this is Strand Larson, João Gomez, Andre sometimes. You could say Agbadou, but he was benched because he's been performing so poorly at the start of this season. And Rodrigo Gomez, young, kind of an inspiring talent. Is he going to make the difference whenever it comes to relegation from the Premier League to the Championship? I don't think so. For Lopez coming into this sort of team in this sort of form against the sides they're going to face this season, it's going to be a rough time. Hwang Hee-chan starting in 2025. The Asian Almiron is on the left wing for Wolves. Arias, he looked good at the Club World Cup. Will that transfer? In a team behaving the way Wolves are, probably not. Looking through their fixtures, 4-0 in the opening day to Man City, they did perform pretty well. Or were Wolves just that bad? A red card in that game to Bournemouth, who were on form, you can feel a little bit hard done by. Everton winning 3-2, another team that's kind of changed their trajectory this season. 1-0 to Newcastle, tough, but 3-1 at home to Leeds. That is a damning result. And 1-1 whenever Spurs were really, really bad in that game, genuinely poor, and they were 1-0 up and still didn't get all 3 points. And it's the same today against Brighton. They were 1-0 up, down to a pretty fortunate goal. Hit the crossbar, off bar for Bruggen and then back in the net, but couldn't see the result through. And I think that will be the case for Wolves this season. If they do go ahead, they don't believe that they're going to get any results, because with a team like that, why should they?